Sherlyn, Subs, we've got a very esteemed guest this morning. This man makes beauty queens. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Werner Wessels.
Good morning, guys. It's so good to see you.
You know what? Well, seeing is one thing. This is probably the ugliest set of people that you've seen for a long time, right?
We apologize that we are not beauty queens. Very sorry, Werner.
The biggest lie. Look at me, guys. I'm so unkempt right now because we're in the midst of Miss Universe training. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually on camera. But you know what? We're trying to hide it with good lighting.
Now, let's just explain exactly what it is that you do, all right? You literally are the guy that when you become or are going to become a Miss South Africa, you get involved, you teach everything on how to be a beauty queen. And look at your success, all right? 2014, a Miss World, Rolene Strauss. You had Melinda Bam, a top 10 Miss Universe. You had Tamaryn Green, second place, Miss Universe 2018. You had two Miss Universes, Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters 2017, Zozibini Tunzi 2019. Your track record speaks for itself, my man.
You know what? It's all just when you read that back, it kind of blows my mind as well, because I never in a million years thought that I would ever get to experience these events that I've watched since I was a little boy, and to actually be there and to have a contestant win and place as high as they did is just something that I'm so grateful for. And it's a whole team. It's a whole team that does this. So I'm just the one that stresses the most.
There is a team, but you, Werner, are the only one being called the secret weapon, a.k.a. the Queen Maker.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to take that one. Thank you very much.
What is it that you do, Werner? So you get a Miss South Africa, all right? And then now you go, okay, we're going to the Miss World stage. They've already had a degree of success, or perhaps you get them even when at the top 10 stage. Where do you get the Miss South Africas when it's top 10?
So I trained in my own personal capacity for the first 5 years of my career. I was employed by the women themselves if they wanted to enter Miss South Africa, and then I chose one lady who contacted me, and then I took her through from the beginning stages of her entering Miss South Africa to the final. When I started doing this, there wasn't really that role in South Africa, and I knew that was lacking. And at the end of the day, it's not about me imparting wisdom or, teaching them things. It's really just about me supporting them and making sure that they have a comfortable, supportive environment where they can truly express who they are.
Werner, it can't just be, I'm just teaching them to be the best version of themselves. Are you teaching them to literally walk and talk?
Yes, that's part of it. It's not the biggest part of it. I get a lot of flack from the pageant community for it, because everybody wants me to post videos of how I train the girls walking. And I think that's just a non-starter for me, because the way that I train the girl should have already won even before she gets on that stage. Because there's closed door interviews where the judges have an opportunity to really get to know the girl and who she is and what she stands for and, what she's passionate about, and to hear her story. And if you bomb that interview, they're not even going to look at you on the stage. But if you do so well in it, you will already have cemented yourself as a favorite in their eyes, because they've already made a personal connection with you.
So, Werner, obviously a queen's walk and talk and the dress is very important, but pageants are also a mental game. So how do you ensure that your candidates are mentally fit for these big pageants?
So we work with numerous people here in Johannesburg that have sessions with the girls. We have a firepower group who their sole purpose with the girls is really about honing their mental strength and giving them that support so that they once again, it's about giving them assurances that who they are and what they are and what they want to be and what they want to say makes sense and is something that's impactful and something that people can really use and be inspired by.
Now, Werner, obviously with South Africa's success over the last couple of years, we've almost become this powerhouse in the pageant community. Does that mean we have a target on our backs? Are people jealous of us? Are people rooting for us to win again? What are the pageant people saying?
We definitely have a target on our backs. I do not look forward to go to Miss Universe this year because it is a competition and the girls love each other. Everybody thinks there's a lot of catchiness with the girls. No, the girls have the best time with one another.
Are we the problem?
It's all the people from the national organizations. No one talks to one another. No one comes and says hi. Everybody just gives each other 30 minutes. And I do think that we'll have an extra big target on our backs this year because we are kind of considered the mavericks of the pageant world right now because to have an ascend in the community so quickly doesn't really happen. It's something that works, that comes over a longer period of time. There's countries that have been working at it for quite the longest time and that haven't attained the levels of success that we have. So there is very much a sense of, okay, South Africa, you need to stop right now. But that has never stopped me.
Werner, Miss Universe happening 16th of May, Natasha going to Florida. And, I am a little bit obsessed with the pageant world. So I'm on Instagram. I see the who's leading and who are the favorites, what's the conversation. And Natasha is up there in terms of being a Miss Universe favorite. How seriously should we take those predictions?
Not at all. Not at all. The predictions, I've actually had to take a social media hiatus because right now I'm being inundated with messages on what I have to do and who's leading and who's a favorite, and it just clouds my judgment. And when I'm reading the process of preparing the girls, I can't be distracted by those things. The hot picks, the favorites that are chosen are just purely based on fan accounts, people that love pageantry, but unless it's a judge at the pageant, they don't matter.
And it's
they
guys,
don't count.
And Werner, it's guys like me going, oh, she's hot. She's hot. Yeah. She gets my vote. Yeah. She's hot.
And I use a perfect example. I'm so happy that we have this example. But Demi was also one of the main favorites to win Miss Universe, and she was right up there. It was just between her and another girl that people thought could really take it. And then Demi eventually did. But Zozi was nowhere to be found on those hot picks because people didn't realize the power that she had and how strong she was.
Werner, I just want you to hear something, and I just want to say, what would you do if you were presented this candidate?
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
I don't know what she said there.
Hey.
Is that just nerves, Werner? Is that just somebody freezing in the moment?
Second-hand embarrassment of it all. I can't deal with stuff like that. I watched it live. It was Miss Teen USA in 2007, South Carolina. Guys, there's so many things wrong on so many different levels. First of all, the first thing that I tell the girls, you never say the words such as, because no one like that in real life. And also, I personally believe, no one speaks like that. Just speak to someone, answer those questions as if you would a friend who asked you that question, sitting over a coffee table. Don't try and sorry guys, I'm just really rough for me to hear that because I always have such.
You're so touched, personally touched.
It's thrown him. All right, I'll throw you a lifeline.
I'm not allowed to. So every year during Miss Universe, this is one thing that people don't know. I don't listen to any of the questions. So I have my earphones with me, and I put my earphones in and I listen to music, because I can't, it's just too much for me. I'm just too stressed during those questions. So I have Stephanie, or our COO, Shanae Fenter, sitting next to me, and then they just show me a thumbs up or a thumbs down after each goal. It's just too stressful. And then, so that was really rough. Thank you for that. And now I have to do the rest of my day with that in my mind, freshly in my mind.
Listen, I want to surprise you here with an old friend. Let's just ring this number here. All right.
Who could it be?
Let's see how long it takes.
Hello.
Hello.
Melinda!
Hello.
That was too quick. How did you know it was her?
I've known her since she was 10. So
yes, I'm sorry. He knows me. I used to be like a rash, so I think he recognizes me a mile away.
Melinda Bam, everybody.
Hello.
Miss South Africa 2011, Miss Universe Top 10 2012. Lovely to have you on here, Melinda. We're talking to your to your old classmate, and it's an interesting story because this is where it all started, didn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So Werner and I went to high school together, but long before that we used to sing in a choir together. I was the first girl he ever asked out, and then his life changed completely. I think I cured him from women, and then he decided no, he'd rather spend some time in the company of Miss Essays. But anyway, we went to high school together, and we used to draw Miss Universe dresses instead of doing our homework when we were in grade 10. And we would get into so much trouble for doing that.
Can we talk about yellow-colored hair when you came back from China?
Oh, yes. Okay, that was probably the first thing. So I was in China for about 6 months before I entered Miss SA. And when I came back, my hair looked like a ragged old mop, and it was absolutely yellow. So when Werner came to the airport with my parents to come pick me up, he said to me, okay, well, that's the first thing that needs to change. He was my first appointment, and he's like, okay, well, that's not going to fly, so we really need to look at this. I feel ashamed to be seen next to you, so can we please just fix this before we move on? And I feel like that's kind of been our friendship. He's always been very honest and very straight, and I will also sometimes just push back a little bit and tell him, okay, well, listen, I know that you're very passionate, but can we please just remember who needs to walk on stage? But I feel like we've always had this incredible understanding in terms of what his contribution is and what my role is. And I feel like we kind of forged a new path for Miss SA in being a Bonnie and Clyde in the organization. We really we shook up all the old way of doing things and the new and forged a new way of approaching Miss SA, and for the girls to prepare themselves and to know that it is about so much more than just your final night on stage, and about your contribution to society and making an incredible impact, and to be authentic. And I feel like that has really been the lasting footprint.
Well, it's a hell of a testimonial there, Werner, and it, as you say, Mel, it was the start of the new sort of evolution of these beauty queens coming out of South Africa, taking on the world and winning the world as well. What are you doing now, by the way? I know you got married to Mr. South Africa.
Yes, so we've been married now for nearly about 7 years.
Yeah.
And I've gone on to do different TV productions and all in the range of women empowerment still. That's always been my heart and my passion. I've started different ventures over the years as well. I've done a swimwear range we actually dressed Miss SA for. And I've also, done the different TV shows, and also a women empowerment platform called She Nation. So we empower women on a daily basis still, and I think that's always been our shared passion.
Sure. Well, listen, lovely chatting to you again, Melinda. Congratulations
awesome. Thanks, Darren.
with everything. It's our pleasure.
Thank you so much, Darren.
Pleasure.
Awesome. Yes, Daddy. Bye.
Werner, you were getting a little emotional there while Melinda was speaking.
It takes me aback when you hear that you've made an impact in someone's life. And also, me thinking every time she speaks on this, I just go back to how different it was. I was fresh out of college and didn't have any idea of what I wanted to do with my life. And through us working at Miss SA and her taking me along to everything, I found my passion. And now I get to sit with you wonderful people here talking on that. And just to go back to that time, it humbles me.
Why didn't you enter Mr. South Africa?
No.
Come on, Werner, you deserve to be Mr. South Africa.
No, I don't. I deserve to be Miss South Africa, the ever-reigning Miss South Africa. Men have too many things in this world. Can they just leave pageantry for me?
Werner, on that note, we will leave you, my friend. Good luck at Miss Universe 2021. You're an incredible human being, and your work is unknown. And I just hope we can bring it to the fore. I mean, in the circles, it's very well known.
Yeah.
But for the layman, us on the outside, just looking, going, hot, she's hot. We don't know about what you do, and I'm glad we do now.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for taking the time to talk to me. It's really always such a pleasure and honor. And let's hope that we have a successful 2021.
6 to 9 a.m. KFM Mornings with Darren, Sherlin, and Sibs.